Hello, everyone. I'm an otter. I don't know if CFT is though.
I would not say I'm an otter.
What would you say you are?
Uh, I am lost.
You are what?
I am lost.
Anyways. So I really believe in this otter deck. I would like for other people to really believe in this Otters deck. For example, I would like for CFT to really believe in this Otters deck. Do you think that will happen?
I'm worried it won't happen, but we'll see.
We'll see. So CFT's piloting this time, and we'll play some games and see if we can convince them. Maybe.
Do you want to talk about the deck?
Oh, sure. How I would recommend thinking about the deck. It is not an Otters deck. It is a deck that is, despite the name is historical. It is a deck that is leveraging Enduring Vitality and sometimes Corey Steelcutter. Corey Steelcutter is a very powerful card, and I think that this deck gets to leverage Corey Steelcutter in some similar ways to the Blue-Red Prowess deck. You are definitely worse at leveraging it than the Blue-Red Prowess deck, in that it is you can leverage it less often than the Blue-Red Prowess deck can. But the upside is that you have other angles. One criticism I've heard levied against this deck is, the best way to leverage Cutter is naturally something that is better at attacking than at blocking. So it makes sense to be if you're trying to leverage Cutter, it makes sense to be aggressive. This might be incoherent. But the idea behind this deck is that Cutter is a self-contained enough threat that there are games where you just you play a Cutter and that Cutter provides your entire game plan while you just cast some other spells that do things, right? You can interact and draw cards and such. And then that the Cutter itself will just kill your opponent. So that's good enough. And some other games maybe you prefer not to be all in aggressive because your opponent is casting many lockdowns, casting the same lockdown over and over, perhaps even, or playing a bad control deck that is built to be good at stabilizing versus Cutter or something. You do lose some points in various matchups. For example, I think that probably the pseudo mirror against actual Blue-Red Prowess is a little unfavored. I would currently say that it is an unknowable mess, in the sense that I had two testing sessions where one testing session I got demolished and the other testing session I demolished the Prowess player. These are against two different people, but also I think largely the quality of draws were biased in either direction in either testing session, so who knows. Magic's hard to get info for or something. But there's also plenty of matchups where I think it is a nice benefit that you are able to board out of Cutters, those control matchups, or you might think that this deck is worse versus Omni, and we were talking about this before the stream where CFT was a little skeptical about the Omni matchup, but you would think that this deck is worse versus Omni because it is worse at killing Omni quickly enough. But post board you should just completely not try to do the Cutter plan, instead play the full control role often, and with a combo from hand.
Are you allowed to do that with only 3 ways to interact with Omni before it gets on the battlefield?
I believe so, yes.
Interesting.
In my experience.
Okay.
I mean, maybe I need to do more focused Omni testing, but like in general, like I have found you can just you can play in ways that like it's the kind of thing where if the Omni player had a telepathy on the battlefield, you would you might have a like quite bad win rate in the matchup or something. Um, but
Hmm.
like there are many ways that you can like threaten and like develop while still like holding up enough like soft interaction, right? Like the Omni is like not consistent enough to always have reanimate Omni, cast another Omni from hand, also have a counter spell, right? And like when they don't have that, then like two pieces of interaction or one to take. Like for example, right? If they go reanimate Omni, cast a spell, but they don't have a counterspell backup, to Tabe bounce both Omnis like answers that, right? Obviously that costs 5 mana, but this deck can just hold up 5 mana. While still developing. Alternatively, things like if they have reanimate Omni with counterspell backup, like two like a torch and a Titave, or like two torches or something like that answers that, right? Like there's ways that you get to like soft control them a little, and like coupled with enough ways to like prevent Omni from being put in play in the first place, I think that's generally been enough. That said, like I think like running a fourth copy of that is like very reasonable and probably gives you a lot of equity versus Omni. I'm not sure like exactly. Like I don't know, you could decide that that's better than the Baloth or the second Pyroclasm or like I don't know.
The point of this is that it kills Chico. The
Um,
point of Paw Patch over Heritage.
Paw Patch, uh,
Oh, it kills Oculus, I guess.
yeah, Paw
Okay, fair
Patch.
enough.
Well, it's weird because Heritage theoretically like exiles Oculus while Paw Patch just kills Oculus. I've also mostly it's like I found that no, right. Paw Patch is better versus like Paw Patch is better versus Pixie, where like now that your plan against Pixie involves Cutter, they often want to bring in Lockdown, so you want to bring in Paw Patches. Whereas before, like Paw Patch was like
Ah,
mediocre versus Pixie,
I see.
and like Paw Patch is meaningfully better than Heritage there. So I could definitely see swapping a Paw Patch to a Heritage Reclamation as being a softer, like minus equity in the Pixie matchup, plus equity in the Omni matchup. I think that's better than swapping the Baloth. I think the first Baloth is better than the second Paw Patch versus Pixie. Obviously,
Okay.
like Paw Patch also kills Shiko. I don't know how much random bad control decks I can to expect at the RC, but
Okay. Well, it seems like a lot of people are playing them.
yeah.
So
I've been facing it a lot on ladders. Another reason why I have the second pop patch, right? Like bringing in double pick, double pop patch versus like random Shikos or just people playing like I don't know, like Bloomvine Regent in like Soul Time mid range is a thing I've seen, which like maybe presumably is good versus. I assume the theory there is that it's good versus prowess, but I haven't investigated that theory myself.
um,
As a transit myself, I do love train noises.
are you bringing these in? I guess I can look at your mapping, but I guess for the edification of our audience, are you bringing these in? Are either of the naturalizers in against Cutter decks?
I am never bringing in Heritage Reclamation versus Cutter decks unless there's like another reason for me to bring in Heritage Reclamation. Because like my philosophy is that if they play a Cutter for 2 mana, make a monk, and then I answer it for 2 mana, that's a bad trade. So I don't want to do that.
I agree.
But like pick your poison is good because it answers it for 1 mana, so at least you like do that. And it also hits Slick Shot, which is relevant. And Fire Annihilation, my theory is that it is fine because it kills the monk token, though you are down a mana. I have not tested this theory enough. Like, currently there's a Fire Annihilation in the main deck that I am not sure. Like, that is like the 60th slot that I'm not sure about. I kind of like it because I kind of like having some big removal for like in the main deck for, aforementioned Shikos and such can be like a little annoying at some point if you have literally no way to remove it. But it might be too bad versus Prowess. My current theory is that it is reasonable versus Prowess. I'm not sure.
Mm-hmm. I have some doubts, but we can try it.
Yeah.
I will say my main disapproval currently is that in some matchups, Stock Up is by far the best card you can draw. So I would like to have a fourth at least somewhere in the 75. But I don't know. Given that I haven't done a lot of playing with this list, maybe we should just start. But
yeah.
On the other hand,
yeah, we can sort of keep talking about these things. I think one way to put my reasoning for not having the fourth stock up is that I think a lot of I definitely don't want more than the 3 stock up, 2 Questing Druid, 2 Thunder Trap as card draw spells in the main. That has felt enough in the main. And I agree that there are some places where the 4th stock up would feel good out of the sideboard. But also, a lot of those places are either your good matchups or are either already good matchups where you don't necessarily need more help, or they are places where you would rather have something else. For example, versus Omni, I would rather have another copy of Carroted Reclamation or Ghost Vacuum, or the third song is something we were talking about. That's better.
Okay, we're just playing Talent Vista here.
Is that better than getting our third land? Or I guess getting our third land is better if specifically if we draw Vitality or want to cast Stock Up. I guess probably we should just play Talent.
I feel like it seems hard to win this game with a plan that isn't kill them with damage. Unless we draw specifically Vitality off it. What should we name?
I think we should name Red.
Okay.
Because we won't need these. If we draw a Vitality, we can get the second green, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we don't need the second green next turn. And there's some worlds where we want to just not cast Analyze and Quest next turn.
Mm-hmm.
What was our opener? I think it's definitely a Keep in the Blind. I'm trying to figure out if I would have kept it knowing its prowess.
I don't remember. Sorry.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Well, I kind of would like to find the card Vitality, which points me towards stocking up here.
Okay, let's stock up.
It seems better. Our other option is kind of questing, right? Which seems worse than stocking.
We could play Questing Druid and then Song for 0.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's take Enduring Vitality.
I agree with Enduring Vitality. I think that the cutter might be a little slow. I want to take Town to try to set up for I want to use this Analyze as a flood caller this game is the idea.
Okay.
Like, for
And I think
example,
we should.
yeah. We should attack as we're not blocking, because like I think right now our plan is to try to go Vitality Town, and then next turn go kill them.
Yeah.
Which is not a perfect plan,
Hmm.
but it's
Okay. They
much
still
better
cast
when
a second
they
spell.
do that.
Hmm. Okay, so let's cast Vitality as him,
Yeah.
and then Vista naming something.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. I would name Red.
So let's name Red, and then just pass.
Yeah. And I think like if they're not threatening to do a lethal amount of damage, we should just bounce or like interact with us in some way. Then we should bounce both talents instead of bouncing one of their things. But this looks like it might be threatening to do a lethal amount of damage.
Hmm. What kind of block should we make?
I don't want to block with the Otters.
That certainly sounds true.
Uh, is it unhinged to say no blocks?
Okay, so 6, 8, 10, and then if they cast one spell, it's 13, and then they can represent it. So let's say they cast Opt. Will you then cast Town and lose the Pierce,
How do you
or
feel
will you
about
not cast Town?
how do you feel about just casting Town now to see if we lose to Pierce?
Okay, let's cast Town now. I like
Or
that.
if they pierce, then we can block with Vitality, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
let's no
Let's not block.
blocks. Yeah.
Did we lose to Rage?
I don't think so. I think that's 14.
Hmm.
That one's a little spooky though.
Okay, blocking would not have helped. Hmm.
Um. Okay. Unfortunately, there is no way to combo this turn, so I think we need to Vitality and like hold up Torch Town, roughly, right?
Wait, do we have like damage?
Oh, like a damage kill?
Yeah.
Oh, maybe. Wait. So we could go to
Wait.
five.
Uh, 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 I don't think so.
Wait.
Uh, okay. Uh, okay. Well, we no longer have a damage skill.
Okay.
Sorry, I
Yeah.
ran out of time. Do we have a damage skill?
Okay. You should play the Vitality, and we should think about that. Let's see. So we could have gone to five. They're at 14. Five in play.
Okay.
Three spells.
Let's make a play first.
Yeah.
Should
We
I
had
push
a
now?
damage kill. We had a damage kill.
Should I push now? No,
I
right?
think no.
Because I want to like prevent the trampling part.
I think also you might want to prevent the trampling part. Also, you might want the prowess triggers.
Mhm. I see.
Also, you might want to
Okay.
do this, where you want to. Wait. Don't. Okay, sure.
Oh,
Yeah. I guess
well, like
letting this one
I should
resolve
let.
first. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then now you wait. Yeah. Now you torch bargain on one of the tutus, I believe.
Yeah. Wait, this one has a monster rule. Okay. It's a little bad. Okay, it does appear that we missed lethal, probably.
Yeah, I agree we missed lethal. Which is a little unfortunate. That will not help us. I think untapped land might help us because we need to like block 2 times or something.
Aren't we dead?
Yeah, we are dead. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, yeah.
Well, we should have won that game.
For some definition of should have.
Wait, I think pretty clearly we should have won that game. In that we missed lethal. And they didn't like do any
Yeah, but they also made such plays as like not trigger 2 cutters on the turn they got stock up. It's like there were many cases where we would have lost that game.
Yeah, well, okay, but, sorry. What I'm trying to get at is like, I don't know, like casting stock up and then not being able to trigger your like cutters is something that just happens in the prowess deck sometimes, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like you need to make that part of the calculation.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so what people in the chat should know is that I am looking at Jason's mapping currently.
Yeah,
do you want
and
to
you
talk
probably
about the
disagree
mapping
with
while
it.
I do this?
You probably disagree with it.
Okay, I agree. Okay, so I like that we have a Fire Annihilation in our deck and are now going to cut it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, like, the things that I want in this deck post board are kind of like the other things, you know? Like,
yeah.
I kind of think that no matter what that slot is, it's getting cut in this matchup. And, like, it's still fine to think about whether it's good game 1, you know? But, like, like, certainly I'm not playing Fiery Annihilation because I'm thinking, like, oh, this card's gonna, like, absolutely demolish prowess or anything like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I also still have not figured out how good Pyroclasm is and, like, how good the second one is. Anyways, Avrex, you redeemed Explore. Let me get you a card.
So what I will say is that
I feel like a blink spell. This is it costs 8 skill, gives you 3 skill, gives you 3 victory points at the end of the game. So teleport to an adjacent room or teleport another player in the depths. Teleport to another player in the depths. Also, it causes a dragon attack when you reveal it.
That's a nice card. Do you want to just pick and talent here?
Yeah, I just want to pick and talent here.
We could pick and not talent. I guess that's obviously worse.
Well, you could also, like, the other play is to Vitality, right? Like,
yeah.
Which is somewhat reasonable. Because you might say that, like, oh, it's fine if they get a monk because we have this Pyroclasm.
Oh. Yeah.
But,
you know, it might have been reasonable. What I will say about Pyroclasm is that I am currently of the belief that it's the best card in the Prowess mirror. And you should maybe consider playing a lot of them.
That makes sense to me, and that is also part of why my belief is that you should play at least a couple of them here. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, this isn't exactly the Prowess mirror, but, like, it's not exactly not the Prowess mirror, you know?
Mm-hmm. Another thing I've been thinking about is whether you should play Monstrous Rage in Otters for this matchup. Or Tyver Stand, or things such as those, you know?
I think we're pretty happy about that.
Okay, what do you think we should do?
How do you feel about Vitality Bushwhack something?
Okay, so
Is that
it should
bad?
probably not be Swiftier because then Monstrous Rage gets us. But
Do you think they
then,
would
like,
have not cast Monstrous Rage last turn?
okay, and that's fair.
I do not read them as having Monstrous Rage, certainly. We could also
Okay.
just go for Pyroclasm.
I feel like I don't love going for Pyroclasm, but maybe that's too fearful. Oh, I guess like if they have something, then we can like bounce the roll.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I like Pyroclasm. It's better next turn. Like the longer you wait on the Pyroclasm, the better it gets because if they have cutter, if they literally have cutter in play.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
But
I
like,
like what Nora's saying of it sets up level and then and pick your poison next turn. Better.
okay,
Yeah. So I want to like Pyroclasm and then like Bushwhack for an island or something.
yeah, and then we can tap like this. Okay.
Okay, it just works.
Okay. Do you want to like not bounce the token this turn so that we can pick your poison, or is that big?
I think it really depends what they do.
Okay. I see.
Okay. I kind of would like to bounce this token.
Okay. Let's cast the spell first because it's
Yeah.
spell pierce or something. They don't have a stack up, so they do have an opt, I guess. They do. They also have a torch, but we have a torch for that.
Mhm.
Okay. I suppose we should use this torch.
Yeah, I believe so.
Do you think we're ahead?
I think so.
I feel like it's not obvious, but we could be.
I think we're
Um.
ahead. Definitely.
Okay. What would you like to do?
How do you feel about the claim? I would like to cast Pick Your Poison and attack for 2.
Hmm. We could also get analyze.
What's just to like get more gas?
Yeah. Or we could get town. What if we get town?
I guess we get town with the idea of like just bouncing this token. Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
We can do that.
There's all like spell pierce that could go wrong, but like.
They'd have to draw opt into spell pierce.
Mhm.
Do you think we will want to pick your poison this slick shot instead?
Perhaps.
No, I don't like playing cutter because like it doesn't like we want to like town right now, right?
Okay. Hmm. Okay, so if I cast this and then I cast this, I make a token, but I can't. But then we can't cast the cure poison.
Yeah, I just want to cast pick your poison.
Okay. Do you think casting Victor Poison last turn would have worked out better? It's not obvious.
I don't think so. Oh, we could also have chosen to get Torch for a Scry.
Oh.
Which might be better here.
I agree it could have been better. I think my evaluation of the situation last turn is that we were not actually ahead. And certainly I do not feel ahead now.
I don't know. I think our opponent drew well last turn.
That's certainly true.
I think my evaluation was that we were like evenish last turn. We became a little behind, and now we're like back to evenish maybe. Really depends on what we draw though.
Okay, we could cast a Cutter and then
tap one Otter to. Oh, okay. So we could figure out if we care about leveling up this talent. We probably don't. Yeah, we probably don't.
Well, like, it does let us like double block more. Like we could level talent and then plan to double block, for instance.
I think most spells we draw will be good.
Okay.
But
are we casting this Cutter then?
Like, how do you feel about the plan? Cast Cutter, equip to an Otter, attack with the Otter, equip to the other Otter.
Okay, I don't hate it.
Like, if the talent triggered off of casting Cutter, I would want to level talent.
We knew that card was not a spell last turn because yeah. However, it seems like they have drawn a spell. Fortunately, it's not a cantrip.
Well, I mean, Snap Train.
Now they have a talent level 2. Okay.
That's fine though.
Well, what should we target?
I think that we should target.
How do you feel about only talent?
Wait, I guess we could target only talent.
I think I like only talent.
Yeah, it's either that or talent and slick shot. We should not tap that. We should, because we're about to get a white.
Oh yeah. All right.
Yeah. And then we get back town, of course.
Yeah. And then are we passing the turn after that?
I believe we are attacking with our 3/3.
Okay.
But I think I don't want to attack with our 2/2.
For blocking reasons?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I would like to block with a 3/3 and a 2/2. Like, I don't know. I think we are now like ahead.
I guess that is plausible. Okay. Do you want to act, or do you want to not act?
I would like to. So not acting is bad versus burst, right?
Yes.
And acting is bad versus pierce.
Yes.
I believe that they have more bursts than pierces in their deck.
Okay. It's also bad into a creature, which I guess could be like only monasteries of spirit.
I don't think it's not meaningfully bad into a creature to act.
Okay.
Like, If
That's
they
fair.
play two
Yeah.
creatures post board, deal. Sorry, post combat, deal. You know,
Okay, fair enough.
like I assume they are dead. Is kind of my assumption.
Okay, they had creature. I'm surprised they didn't cast it recombat, but
I think they did it for exactly this reason.
for the information reasons. Oh, so they can block.
Yeah. Anyways, let's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we can go like
Okay, our turn certainly starts with casting.
yeah. Yeah. I kind of assume that we want to like 9, 10, 11, 12.
Wait, can we get pyroclasm and kill them?
Yeah. I believe pyroclasm is the correct answer. Correct answer.
Okay. The new token will die.
I agree,
So
but that's fine.
okay.
Uh, it would be don't move the cutter is the important part.
Oh wait, we were supposed to move the cutter to the. We missed lethal. Cool.
Tough. Right. That is mislethal.
Okay,
Yes.
so, let's attack.
Yeah. I don't actually know how we could get punished here. Probably there's some set of draws. It probably starts with that
Would you
one.
say that? Yeah.
But like with Floopy, it's pretty safe. So it would be hard for there to be a world's first Vista for 5, given that I have tapped many Vistas for 5.
Okay,
Yeah.
Okay. Notably, I guess we don't have lethal.
We do if they have nothing, but I don't think they have nothing. I do agree that it would seem as though we have missed lethal twice. This match.
Okay. Would you like to attack with everybody, or do you think we should not do that?
I think we should attack with everybody, but I don't know.
Okay, let's attack with everybody.
Actually, maybe it's bad to attack with the Otters. Okay, maybe I've changed my mind.
Okay, well.
I mean, obviously we're not like doing anything different. Yeah.
Well, we could have put the cutter on the drowner and attacked, which is maybe correct.
That is worse into burst lightning, I think.
Plus,
I would just attack with a 2/2 power creatures and assume that they have like only one thing.
okay. I see. Okay, do you think we should activate our Fluxus Drowner?
I guess so.
Do you think we are dead?
Yes. I do think that.
Oh, we might not be.
I think we need to equip.
Okay.
I guess this points to us not being dead. Maybe they just have like another monstrous race, though.
Okay. Do you want to make this block? We can also make no block.
No block seems pretty
Declare
bad.
okay.
I guess so. Everything loses to burst lightning, so they don't have burst and monstrous rage, so they don't have those. So what do they have? I guess everything also loses to Into the Flood Maw. Okay, maybe we declare they have nothing because like they would have cast Opt pre-combat.
Okay. Fair enough. Maybe we'll find out about some spell that kills us. That we could have played around.
I somehow doubt it, but
yeah. Fair enough. Okay, well, we sure did miss lethal in two games of that match.
Yeah, I do love losing a match 2-0.
Much to consider.
Would you say that you've been impressed though by like those games, like the fact that we had lethal in those games?
I would not really say that.
Okay.
Okay. I assume this is a keep?
Yes. This is a nice aggressive hand.
Okay, are we playing Cutter? Are we playing Cutter on... Okay, I guess we are leading on Vista.
Vista on blue, and then you want to Cutter on 2, I think.
Is that good?
I believe so.
How about Talent Analyze and then Cutter? I understand that that's long-term worth, but in the short term, it will generate more board presses. Also, it prevents our Cutter from getting countered, which might occur.
Yeah, I mean, this is a like classic. In open deck list, you would know what to do. You would know a little bit better what to do here. I like that Cutter doesn't put a creature on the battlefield for them to remove this turn. Right? Like, I think much more likely than them having Counterspell is them having Nowhere to Run or something, is my read. If this gets countered, like, sure. I guess we've been punished. It's really hard to like say exactly like how to like avoid this. I think most decks are going to be playing most decks that go like Underground River Island. I would expect to be playing Nowhere to Run and not Spell Pierce, or like more copies of Nowhere to Run than Spell Pierce. But
Well, do you think they're fixed? I guess that it is more likely that they have a removal spell than Spell Pierce, certainly. But like, okay, do you want to like cast 2 talents?
Yeah.
Wait, how do you feel about cast 2 talents using? Oh, that doesn't work.
Yeah. I mean, so the difficulty here is like casting 2 talents does take us off of vitality, right?
Yeah.
But I think it's still the right play when they're like missing lands here.
Oh yeah, Alvin, I think you're right. We didn't. We were 1 off lethal if we moved the Cutter correctly in the second game.
I think we like had. To be clear, I've been kind of like believing you about like when you said Pyroclasm is lethal, I kind of believed you. I think there was a different line that could have been lethal. I'm not exactly sure.
That is also possible.
Like I think it's not at all clear to me that the Pyroclasm line was best, but it's like a little harder for me to think from this side of the screen, I think.
Okay, do you want to just cast Fallen for 3?
Is that
bad into that?
I think I just wanted to cast Song for 3.
Okay, let's cast Song for 3. It'll help us later or something.
Yeah, it's a surprise tool. I like that it is good versus Kaido.
That is true. Although, like, the song is not worse after Kaido.
Well, as in, like, I suspect that at some, like, I feel like in many of the, like, common game scenarios, they will, like, we will, like, want to cast the song because of the existence of Kaido, right?
Sure. Okay, well, let's cast Song for 3.
Yeah. And also, like, I don't know, I feel like Song for 3 into Song for 3 is, like, a pretty reasonable line against Bat.
Mm-hmm.
Notably, it deals a lot of damage.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, it seems like they have a plan, considering they have been attacking with this 2-2 life link.
Yeah, they could also have a misprioritization, but, you know.
Okay, let's attack.
Yes. I think they are maybe flooping, yeah.
Do you think we should actually attack with this Otter? Or will it be more value to attack with it later?
I want to attack with everything.
Okay. Isn't it, like, worse?
Well,
like, almost definitionally?
Okay, as in you're worried that they will trade off for it?
Well, like, it seems like it would be worth more in any turn when we cast a spell. I guess, like, now they can trade for 2 rats is a way it can be better to attack with the Otter.
I mean, yeah, I think it's better to attack with the Otter. Just like, like the line I want to take is get back Song.
Yeah, certainly.
Right? And I think they're, like, somewhat pressured to, like, double trade anyways.
Sure.
And, like, I don't know, like, not trading with the Otters is I feel like is kind of assuming that they will have nothing. Right? Because they can probably trade with the Otter in some way.
Okay, that's fair. Do you think we should respect Spellpierce?
How do you feel about the way of respecting Spellpierced? Cast Vitality first.
Okay, let's cast Vitality.
Notably, it also makes our song bigger.
I agree. Okay, now let's cast Song for, like...
3?
3. I guess that makes sense. Okay.
We maybe should have thought about tapping Mana. But...
Oh. I forgot.
Yeah, I think our conclusion would have been no, but we maybe should have thought about it, you know?
Okay, so should we put them to 1?
I like putting them to 1.
Okay.
Do you think they will put them to 1, discarding a card from their hand?
I guess so. Okay, nice.
Sometimes the card Song of Totems is like a fireball. I don't know.
Much better than a fireball, you know?
Yeah. A fireball that works every turn.
Okay, how do you think we should board?
Right, this isn't on the sideboard guide. Well, I think that Cutter's very good versus them. I would take out Fire Annihilation's good versus
Enduring Curiosity.
Curiosity, yeah. I would take out Burst, I think. Like, I understand that it kills all the
I
creatures that we
agree.
saw, but like, I think we have 4 torches for that. And how do you feel about like bringing in like one song or flood caller and calling it a day?
I feel like I don't want to bring in a flood caller. Like this is a type of matchup where flood caller isn't that good, right?
Yeah, I guess. How do you feel?
How do you
Like,
feel about pick your
I would rather pop hash than pick. It's also possible that burst is just the best card. Like, it's possible it's a submit
Yeah.
kind of situation. So
I think it's a
16.
submit kind of situation.
I love submitting.
Okay, let's
Thank
keep.
you, Nor. Yeah, let's keep.
Okay, let's cast talent, or unless you want to cast,
Yeah, generally it's
unless you want
better.
to never cast this talent.
Oh, Ah, Okay, actually, how do you feel about the claim, let's cast talent because it might be a disaster if the opponent's spell pierces are analyzed and also bats in analyze?
Oh, fair enough.
But like, if only one of those two happen, it's fine.
Mhm.
And this is the way to make only one of those two happen.
Okay. Do you think we should train her?
Uh, how do
I
you feel about the
understand that
fact
if they.
that all of our good spells cost 3
Hmm.
as a reason to cast analyze? I understand that, like,
Okay, fine.
if we cast trainer and then like, let's say we cast trainer and then hit like a stock up or something, or hit a town even, right? Then the next turn is a little bit more awkward.
Well, if you hit a 2-mana spell like town, then it's fine.
Well,
But if you hit,
town is awkward because then you have to search blue instead of red to be able to cast town,
mm,
right? Or no,
no, you don't. Yeah, you have a
right?
forest.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
I think I agree with your line though. Okay.
How do you feel about land attack pass?
I like land attack pass. Okay, I think I like land attack pass even more now. Kind of.
Yeah. Are we trying to? Are we gonna like try to kill this floopy to prevent a Kaido? I guess like if they Kaido us, we just flood collar them and it's
Yeah.
fine.
If they have cut down, it's a little bad, but it's only a little bad
Yeah.
because we can just annihilate the Kaido.
No, you cannot actually. That is not
Oh,
the text of Fire Annihilation. Yeah, I like this. Just like spend it for like false tempo or whatever. Like, yeah, I think
because this is the turn where they want to cast curiosity. So
yes,
it's good to get them to spend their turn not casting curiosity. However, now we are in a little bit of trouble.
I like just passing.
Okay. Are you planning on acting?
If they cast curiosity, I would like to act. Otherwise, I would like to kill this bat end of turn so that we can start cuttering.
Okay. I guess that makes sense. Okay, well. Do you believe in this curiosity? Should we try to save 1 damage?
I don't want to save 1 damage, I think.
Okay. Okay, I think I believe their curiosity. However, I think I like your argument for acting.
Yeah, I think I still like this.
Would you say Annihilation was better or worse than a torch?
Nice.
Will we get rewarded for having second mounted in our deck?
Oh,
Do you think
I
that's the
may have
first land you
taken.
would cut?
Sorry, what?
Do you think that's the first cut? For if hypothetically some people wish to cut a land.
I think I think sometimes you cut a Tarnation Vista because you have cut all your cutters and would like to cut a land.
Mhm.
um,
How about from the main deck?
no.
Okay.
I reject your premise.
Hmm. Okay, but speaking hypothetically, if some people wish to cut a land from the main deck, do you think mountain would be the first cut?
I would cut Bushwhack. I am
Hmm.
very consistent in this answer.
Okay. Do you think we should torch now?
Yeah, I want to torch now bargaining otter token.
Huh.
Like,
I mean, I guess so.
I feel like if you think about it, this challenge is kind of like a prowess token in the future, you know?
Do you want to keep this?
I think no.
Okay.
My reasoning is I feel like there are some situations where we might want like something else. And, like we already have
Hmm.
one trainer, you know.
Hmm. Yeah, I guess they could cast another curiosity. They're pretty alive to do that.
Yeah. Also, like land isn't that bad here, you know.
Hmm. I assume we should block, even though we could choose not to block.
No, I like blocking. We have an infinite stream of creatures. What are they gonna do?
Hmm. We could have also chosen to. Do you think we should cast two cutters, or do you think we should cast a trainer?
I would cast the trainer.
Yeah,
I like that the
because
trainer doesn't get pierced. Also.
mhm. We can cast most things that alongside this cutter next turn,
Yeah.
although not stock up. Do you think we should attack? Okay, let's take town, I assume.
Yeah, I like town. Uh, how do you feel about attacking with like? Okay, they would have cast curiosity,
Yeah.
so I want to attack with like one, maybe.
What is the punish for attacking with both?
I don't know, dying. Maybe I'm too scared of them.
Okay, what are they gonna cast?
Floopy into curiosity is like my claim is that we
Hmm.
are infinitely far ahead.
Okay, fine.
I could even see an argument for no attacks. We are infinitely far ahead, but like, you know, I'm
Hmm.
not quite confident enough to make that claim. Like, this would be like a maybe an open deck list. I would decide no attacks. We are infinitely far ahead.
Okay, let's cast Cutter and Bushwhack.
Bushwhack on the finding an island mode, I assume.
I agree. Um, let's attack with some amount of creatures. I guess you could choose to say no amount of creatures.
I would
How about
attack with at least two.
okay, fine.
I like what happens when they cast Gix's command. It's very funny on this board.
Mhm. Okay, well, blue black is famously bad at the colors blue and black are famously bad at dealing with a powerful 2-mana artifact that makes a lot of creatures.
Is there another very specific instance of that?
No.
Okay. I will not be at Hartford.
I think I'm also not going to Hartford.
Unfortunately, I would rather have my conflict have conflicted with the one that is further than me than the one that is closer than me. It's closer to me, but whatever.
Okay, let's bottom some.
Burst. I like bottoming burst.
Okay.
If I knew this was a matchup where burst was good, I would. I guess I would bottom. I guess I could see bottoming mountain or something, but it it's hard to do that in the blind.
Do I have to lead on mountain?
Yeah.
I guess we don't have like blue red lands in our deck to punish us for this.
No, we don't. Oh, I did it. I did recently think about swapping. Like currently, the list I have has swapped the second mountain for a Spire Bluff Canal.
I see. Okay, what would you like to do then this turn?
How do you feel about the answer play Vitality? I don't. What is their deck? How do you feel about play Vitality Pass to be safe?
Well, they're a domain.
Are they? Does domain play basic forest?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, maybe not. Well,
not many, right? They can also be green-white tokens.
Yeah. Well, they could be green-white beans. I don't think they're green-white tokens.
Yeah. That's by tokens I meant like caretakers.
Sure. Okay, what are they going to do to this Vitality?
Maybe I'm irrationally worried about the card Terra Sunder.
That's yeah. I would not say I'm worried about the card Terra Sunder.
Yeah, mostly I'm trying to figure out if this is an unhinged are we far ahead enough question. We should probably just cast Talon. One thing I like about casting Talon is that we can kick our trainer next turn theoretically. Though I wouldn't want to do that if we didn't draw a land, because then we would get got by Ride's End. It'd be really funny if they tore our Talent Ascender at this moment.
I think they have Get Lost.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay.
Okay, it seems like they're probably green-white beans.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Now we have some decisions.
I agree. How do you feel about how do you feel about starting by casting analyze? Yeah, how do you feel about analyzing for a land and then using some maps?
Well, if we hit a bandwidth of maps, then wouldn't we rather have a spell? Have this analyze?
Yeah, but if we see a spell on top, then we can't analyze for a land.
Okay, fair enough.
Mostly my reasoning is that we'll probably be fine on spells, given that we have a trainer that we can theoretically kick, right?
Mm-hmm. So we're not planning on trainering this turn?
Probably not. And I would map again.
Okay. Here?
Yeah.
You sound very confident.
I like that, I think.
Okay, we can keep it. I I think attacking everybody is fine.
I agree. I like that Songcrafter, like, flashes back this analyze, for example. Wait, it's like perfectly coherent to want to. Yeah, like I think I just want my 5th land here.
Yeah.
Like what if they go like Sunfall us or something? Do people even play that?
No. Kind of. Maybe. I don't know. Do you want to act or not really?
Why wouldn't we?
Okay. What kind of action would you like to take? Torch?
Torch.
Okay. That's fair.
Like I think we want to force them to like spend another removal spell on this vitality,
Mm-hmm.
if they even have it. And then if they don't, we get to like kick a trainer. Feel good about ourselves. Also, they're not green white. Do you think this is actually domain and they've just drawn all of their analyze basics?
Yeah. Sometimes that happens,
Yeah, I agree. Sometimes that happens.
Okay.
Want to kick a trainer?
If they then Zur us,
then
I guess we will probably be fine, and so we can probably combo them or something.
Yeah, I'm pretty like if they then Zur us, it's like not that hard to combo them.
Let's say town.
I like taking town. Yeah. It's also reasonable to take analyze. Punished. I think cutter.
Okay, play cutter.
Do you want to know my reasoning for taking cutter? I would not like to take, I think. My reasoning for taking cutter is that it is a 2-mana non-creature permanent.
I see. Do you think we should play more 2-mana non-creature permanent? Instead of such cards as, for example, Songcrafter Mage?
Wait, Songcrafter Mage is quite strong.
I agree it's quite a strong magic card.
Have you ever thought about flashing back have you ever thought about flashing back stock up with it?
I mean, certainly that is one of the best targets for a Songcrafter Mage.
Wait, okay. Do we have lethal?
Certainly a complicated question. Let's not block.
Oh, it's a little. I think we maybe should be chumping with trainer.
Oh.
Because we currently need more analyze evidence.
Well, like, isn't the analyze evidence 5?
No, it's 6 because right now the analyze is counting itself. This is maybe why we should have taken the other analyze.
Okay. Do you think we'll lose? It seems like we could lose.
I believe that. Okay, wait. So we need to cast. Okay, I think right now we cannot. I think that right now we cannot analyze. Or sorry, we cannot productively do this. Like, kill them.
I agree. Okay, in that case.
How do you feel about like cutter? What we have 6, 7, 8, 9 mana. How do you feel about cutter, town, trainer, and Zur, and then like re-trainer, kick trainer?
Kick trainer. Will that like?
Oh, sorry, town, trainer, and Zur.
Yeah. Okay, will it cause any problems for us to kick trainer?
What problem would you foresee?
Let's say. Okay. Okay, probably not. Let's skip
The problem would be lockdown, which we could hold up town against. But
Hmm.
I don't know.
Okay, let's take.
I like
Is
taking
song
song.
useful?
Uh,
Okay, I guess. Oh,
I'm pretty sure song is useful. Notably, I think if they lock down us, we can kill them through that. I think. No, we don't have enough because we need to songcrafter for the thing.
yeah. I don't know. I have some concerns about this Songcrafter card. I mean, it's a very powerful card on rate. However, okay, nice.
that seems very good for us that they're choosing to do this.
Okay, how many blocks do we need to make? Probably just one.
Just one.
Okay, let's block with a real one.
Yeah. Blocking with the real one, or no, we should block with the fake one. We have enough
Yeah,
mana.
probably.
Yeah, because we might want to town the real one. I don't think we will, but
Yeah.
don't forget to not tap pain.
Oh. Okay. Well, surely Arena will be smart enough to not tap pain. Let's song for however many.
Yeah. 9.
Okay, let's Songcrafter Mage.
Yes.
Let's get Analyze. Let's cast Analyze.
Nice song after bug.
Decline.
And you keep song in the graveyard.
Yeah.
Oh, and you get another one. Okay, yeah. And this should be a pretty trivial kill. Oh, you shouldn't actually tap the monk, but it doesn't really matter.
Oh.
Actually, maybe you should tap the monk because you should. No, attaching the cutter to flood color doesn't really do anything. Anyways, yeah.
So I guess we should like bounce like.
So the correct things to bounce in this case are Songcrafter, Mage, and Trainer.
I don't care.
Fair enough. And then you can bounce Songcrafter, Mage, and Overlord, and then you can re-song. Truly a Songcrafter Mage. And you can song for like 10 tapping the flood color. Which is a nice statement. Just auto pay.
Oh. Okay. None of this is at all relevant, but it is very cool.
We should, while you were doing that, we should have put up a prediction. What over under life total of our opponent when we choose to attack.
Y'all need to just practice more with these combo decks, with the time rate. This is not. I feel like on the scale of decks that are stressful with the arena time rate, this is pretty low on the stress level.
The stressful parts of this deck on the arena timer are not. It's not the combo turns. It's the I have 9 mana. What do I do with it turns.
Yeah. Like because this deck will never reach like the hard limit, the hard timer limit of like 6 minutes 30 seconds or whatever.
Y'all need a speed run. Just y'all need to speed run more. That's my conclusion.
Okay. What is okay? I guess I will look.
I maybe claims that we were supposed to cut Fiery Annihilation, but I don't know how much I don't know.
Okay.
I claimed that we should be shaving a cutter.
Okay.
But I also claimed that we should be cutting the flood pits, which you did.
Okay.
I think
down to 1 torch.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't hate this.
Yeah, I don't know about Annihilation. It like theoretically kills Zur and Green Overlord, but it doesn't kill Green Overlord if it's been animated with Zur, and it doesn't kill White Overlord. So
yeah, I feel like I'd rather have Cutter before that.
Yeah, Armath, you only cut shavers who don't shave themselves.
Okay, this seems good enough to keep.
Yeah, it's like a little borderline, but sure.
Mm-hmm.
This might be like one of the worst hands I would keep or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like if Town were a like if Town were a cutter, I would not keep this hand.
Interesting.
I think.
Just because you think the matchup is good enough that you don't need to like deal with this hand.
Yeah.
That could go wrong. I don't know.
I mostly like I don't like that if Town is a cutter, you have no way to like really like push for like you like fold to a lockdown with like nothing to do about it, you know?
Mm-hmm. I kind of assumed that I was supposed to just cast my talent into possible cutter, but
Into possible lockdown, you mean? Yeah.
Yeah. Let's get like
Island? Yeah.
Okay. And then do you want to not attack?
No, I would attack. I think if they want to Ride's End the Otter, I'm fine with that.
I mean, okay, fine.
Like
I guess they could have get lost reasonably.
Yeah, like I don't think like Ride's End on Otter is very much of a punish. Like okay. I'm just that is not in the like bad set of things that it can happen to us, I think.
Yeah. If I was playing Blue Red Forest, I believe I would know.
Yeah, that makes more sense. Okay, I was gonna say we don't necessarily want to play Copperline Gorge because it's possible we want to Town, right?
Oh. Huh. Okay, I don't hate it.
Well, I mean, at this point, maybe we want to Vitality. I'm not sure.
I guess it could Vitality.
It's mostly like I don't know how much Sunfall they play these days. I assume not very much.
Yeah, that is also my assumption.
And like I don't know, full price Rides End on Vitality is a fair enough kind of moment.
Yeah. Do you think we should have still played Island so that we could like Town double talent?
I don't think so. Like when we play out Vitality at this point, like for example, next turn we might want to play untapped land level like Town level or I guess level talent doesn't do very much, but like
yeah,
I don't know, there's like many draws which like we actually want to have a lot of mana, right?
Mm-hmm. Okay, well that's a little annoying, but long term it will be fine probably.
Yeah, like I
What
assume
the
that
tap?
like yeah, I assume what we're doing is attack, pass, end step, like bounce two things. One of which is lockdown, and then like we get back town or something.
Do
It's
you
like
want to bounce this overlord if they miss their land drop? Okay, should we act? I guess not. Let's not act.
wait. In that you think that like they definitely would have played land.
No, in that if they have a land, they're going to use it. I think.
I don't
Right?
think that's necessarily true. I think that like I think we should not let them like have like randomly forgotten to play a land. You know?
Well, the upside is if they don't have the land, we can bounce the Zer.
Do we want to bounce the Zer? Can we like bushwhack the Zer at all?
Oh.
I'm not sure. Like
Okay.
we might be able to bushwhack the Zer off of our free attack. Is another thing.
hmm Okay. Let's. I guess we could just kill it.
Uh, we could kill it. Get back the pop hatch, and hold up the pop hatch. That seems pretty good to me.
Okay.
And that means attacking with no otters. I think
hmm
that's fine. And I guess we should technically tap the otters for mana.
Yeah. Is it better to get town?
I think it's better to get.
Isn't it better to get town?
Yeah, okay, it's better to get town. Would you say that we have been rewarded for playing our untapped land every single turn? Given that we've spent all of our mana?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Considering
But so far.
You want to explore again?
Oh, right. I should explore again.
Okay, so we would need to cast 4 spells for this to be lethal. Okay, it seems like they also have Leyland Binding, so it will probably not be lethal. Okay, they have Analyze, not Leyland Binding.
They could still have Leyline Binding. Laura, thank you for redeeming Explore. You find designed microorganisms, which is I don't even remember how they describe this Terraforming Mars card. So I'm not gonna try.
Should we use this town?
Just to bounce 2 talents, I guess.
Yeah.
Is that good? I think maybe it isn't. I don't like that if we use it, it is hard to hold up both Pop Hatch and Town. And maybe that's like an unhinged thing to try to do. But
no, I think it makes sense. Okay, well, I see.
I kind of want to level get back Pop Hatch still.
Okay. How much are we attacking with?
How do you feel about the answer attack for 4?
Let's attack for 4. How do you feel about... I guess pushback is a prowess trigger? Okay, fine.
Attack for 4, make them deal with, like, nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, as a note for Nora and any other terraforming people who actually know how to play, like what terraforming Mars is, that as a note, that was the Ares expedition card, not the regular terraforming Mars card. If that's relevant for your exploration. There's a version of terraforming Mars which is more of a card game. I can't tell if tattering my own sails actually knows what that means or is making fun of the situation.
How do you feel about the sand? In
I see
old
no
otter,
flaws.
in old.
I see no flaws.
Okay. How do you feel about the sand without the genre?
I see.
Like, let's say it was
I might
four.
see flaws in it.
Okay.
Wait, I see no
Like,
flaws.
I would say that, like, okay, do you think we should cast cutter?
I like that casting cutter gives us a lot of very nice draws.
Okay, let's cast cutter.
And like against blue red prowess, which I assume that this is what it is, that's what this is. There's not that many times where you actually hear that much about like flooping on 2 on the play, right? Like they're more likely to plot a slick shot than playing, right?
Especially into 2 open mana. Okay.
You want to play top land flash and floopy on their slick shot?
I guess we could do that. Is it Vista in blue?
Yeah. With the thought that like theoretically that lets us next turn like Vitality Cutter, which obviously that's a slightly awkward sequencing, but
Would you say Flippus genre is good?
I have liked having 1 copy in my deck, is what I would say about it.
Have you tutored for it often?
I've tutored for it. I have had enough spots where I'm like, wow, this Flipless Drowner is lethal or like, saves me often enough.
Okay. Let's cast it.
Yeah. Oh, would you say that you are a baseline skeptic? Ooh, okay. Sure. So we have a cool play here. We don't actually have to. Oh, okay. Well, okay. We could just go cutter. We could just go cutter trainer.
I like cutter trainer.
Okay, but the cool play is to go vitality, leave open Vista, and then play trainer floating either green or red, trying to hit a spell to cast. But like, I don't think that's better.
Oh, we could cast 3 spells.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter. We would rather cast 3 spells on the next turn or something.
Yeah.
Would you say that Floopy looks nice here?
I'm not sure. Okay, I guess it looks pretty. It looks pretty nice because it's a creature that will tap for vitality.
And also it will attack for 2.
Yeah.
Yes, we are saying Floopy for Flood Pits. That's the canonical name that everyone knows.
Mm-hmm. Do you think we will die?
No.
Okay.
Update. I was trying to parse like, okay, so one way you can think about it is like when they cast the Slick Shot, right? They kind of have like a 1/1 prowess pending because the next spell they cast will make a 2/2. Will like make a 2/2. So if they cast 4 spells after that, they have like 2 power on board, and each of them gives like +3, right? So that's theoretically a base of 14. And if they've got like 2 monstrous rages or 3 bursts, we would die. Put that.
Okay, let's cast vitality, I assume.
I agree with cast vitality, yes.
Okay, and then use trainer to activate Vista?
So one thing, I don't think they're dead, but we can go Vitality Torch, and then on their turn, Songcrafter Torch.
Oh.
For example, is like one fucked up thing we can do. We have to bargain to Songcrafter, but it's probably because of the bug, but it's probably fine. And to Songcrafter Torch, we need to have the Vista and two things untapped.
Are you sure they're not dead? I guess anything makes them not dead. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Which do you wish? Which do you wish to target?
Slick shot.
Okay.
For one thing, like, they can't save it as easily.
Mm-hmm. Notably, if the Songcrafter range was any spell, they would be dead. Okay. Do you want to attack with everyone? Or do you want to attack with everyone except one?
So attacking with everyone except one is the way to do the Songcrafter on their turn thing.
Okay, let's attack with everyone except one.
We could think about not attacking with Floopy so that they can't eat our mana source.
Yeah, that's fair. Okay.
We could also attack with everyone on the. I think it's also very reasonable to attack with everyone except one on the premise that they're probably going to make this block and then cast a spell, and then we just want to respond to that with Songcrafter and just not make another two things on their turn. But
Mm-hmm. Okay. I guess they were scared of us having. Oh. Now we can't.
Fine.
Okay. So this is not. Yeah. So now we can't actually do this, but it'll probably be fine.
I agree. It will be fine. Your grandpa's deck also seems to be made out of many different card games. In that case, man,
Okay, let's not act, I guess.
We can float mana, but a little we technically don't need to wash it yet, but yeah. It seems fine.
Okay. Do you think okay. Well, let's try to kill them or something.
I agree.
Let's cast this one?
You want to go you want to cast both Songcrafter and Storm Chasers first, so that you can bargain the Storm Chasers.
Oh, right, because of the arena bug. Classic, because of the arena bug.
Yeah, I mean, you might want to bargain it anyways because they're going to die this turn, and you want to you want to be able to guaranteed kill one of these monks. You'd even target the 1/1 here.
Yeah, it seems like we should target the 1/1.
You don't need to harmonize.
What if I want to harmonize?
Fair enough. I was gonna sacrifice the talent. I guess that's worse though.
Okay, I guess
we should pay with the Thunder Trap, definitely. Right?
Oh, right, because we have an extra mana.
Yeah, we have a floating white mana because we have infinite mana,
Mm-hmm. Okay. By the way, Mamahines does need to explore again.
Sorry, what? Oh, did Mamahines? I didn't see the Explorer redemption. Mamahines, your exploration finds a basic island from Amonkhet with "Go for the throat" written on the back in Sharpie.
Do you think that's a land or a spell?
I don't know. Depends on what context we're in. Do you think you can get it in your hand and then cast it as a go for the throat?
Hmm. What was the last cut? What were the
Stock
last
up.
cuts?
Oh, it's stock up and Songcrafter.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, like, I agree that Songcrafter, has some awkwardnesses in this matchup. This certainly isn't the matchup for um Songcrafter.
Mhm.
You know.
I'm worried I wish to optimize my min deck for this matchup. Okay, do you think we should keep?
I would keep.
Okay.
I I don't know how much, like, exactly how much prowess to expect. I don't.
I would expect it to be the most played deck, certainly.
I
I don't know what that means. But
Yeah, I agree with that. How do you feel about, like, casting this questing druid next turn?
yeah, I definitely want to cast.
Assuming we draw irrelevant thing. Like,
Mhm.
if we draw Bushwhack, I would like to Bushwhack hold up torch. Okay, never mind.
Okay,
New
how do you
plan.
feel about this one?
um,
I might still want to do it.
wait, is that better than casting Cutter? How do you feel about casting Cutter?
Hmm. Okay, maybe we can cast Cutter. I guess we can then Vitality Burst Lightning.
Yeah, or we can questing druid burst lightning if we'd so like. But what I like about this line is that
oh, I see.
yeah.
Okay.
Well,
We
what I
can
like
stun
about
type.
this line is that, like, the other line does not. What I like about this line is that it spends our red mana.
Yeah. So, like, one could argue, like, once you cast a Vitality, then that part is not that relevant.
Yeah. Do you think we're going to quest burst?
Hmm.
We could also burst. Sorry. Oh yeah. I guess now we can burst and step quest, or we could play druid burst. I kind of like burst quest.
Okay.
But
Let's burst quest.
we could do it on their turn for the surprise factor. But that.
Yeah,
But,
it's really bad into Monstrous Rage.
yeah. Your mileage may vary. I might. I don't know.
You could declare we're always losing to Monstrous Rage, but, like, I feel like I'm not ready to declare that.
I am also not ready to declare that, certainly. I think if this position is always lost from Monstrous Rage to Monstrous Rage, like, that would be pretty a scary statement about this matchup.
I agree. However, I'm not sure it's the wrong statement.
I don't know about this stock up in exile.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
Nice.
That's good.
Do you want to start by picking? Because of Spell Pierce?
Do you think they will use Spell Pierce? Okay. Do you want to attack?
I don't want to block with a 1/1. Nice. And I assume we want Storm Chasers.
I assume this will not occur, but I don't love that tools get Spell Pierce generally.
Mm-hmm.
So we are attacking?
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I don't think we're blocking, right?
Mm-hmm. They know that they don't have a 1 mana spell.
I agree.
Okay, do you think we should pick again? Or should we just tools?
Maybe we should pick again. I like that the next turn tools is technically better. Yeah, I kind of like picking again.
Okay, let's pick again. I guess I'll do it off of this.
Yeah, roughly my I wouldn't do this if if I thought they could have Spell Pierce, I might instead cast Vitality Druid talent or something like that. But roughly my current rule of thumb for this matchup is like if I can ever put them down to like very low threats, I would like to take that action, you know?
Hmm.
Okay,
Okay,
found the
well,
second spell.
that's a little scary.
I guess
I guess
land
it's
burst could kill
impossible
us,
for them to.
but yeah,
It's impossible for them to have land and a woman as well because
yeah.
we know they didn't have both of those. Okay, well,
I believe the action we want to take here is tools talent swing for 5 lifelink and maybe re-equip back.
okay. Should I just do that?
Yeah. You could like see the manifest first, but I don't know if that would change anything.
It's a classic see the manifest first.
Wow,
Okay,
let's put analyzed under so we can get back talent maybe, I don't know.
let's.
Or maybe you could think of okay, so I guess there's the question, I think we should sack the otter token.
I agree.
Like, how do you feel about sack otter token and then sack monk token to move it back?
Yeah, I guess that is the thing to do. What's the tool?
Are you
Okay.
worried? Are you worried that the tool seemed very nice here?
Well, it's complicated.
How do you feel about starting on Klasm?
I don't like that it lets them kill our.
Oh, sure. Okay, how do you feel about starting on attack?
Okay, sure. Let's start on attack. Eddie Merc Trap. I
Okay.
see.
I did not realize they were that version, but sure.
Well,
Fair enough.
it seems like they're a hybrid version. Like
Yeah.
because that version doesn't yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, how do you feel about Klasm, Vitality, Druid, re-equip tools to Vitality, sacking the 2/2?
That seems like the thing to do. We could also sack the druid.
No, because the 2/2 will die.
Yeah.
When we re-equip.
The 2/2 will die. We sure have sacrificed a lot of creatures.
Do you think it was worth it?
I'm not sure. Okay, it seems like we have died.
Oh, that's pretty nice. I didn't realize this fact about Eddie Crab.
Okay,
it seems they have chosen not to kill us, but let's count that as a loss for us. Okay, let's kill them. I like that. I didn't realize that was a thing, and they didn't die.
Yeah. I would say that, like I'm interested in this card. I think it might be nice in prowess.
Yeah. Was there a way we could have played around that? I guess we could have like. No, we could. Oh, we could have. Yeah, instead of playing like Vitality Druid, we could have gotten back pick cast pick to get rid of their thing, like post Klasm, which arguably is better because like I mean it depends. It's like much worse into Slick Shot, right?
Yeah.
And it's much worse into like Fourth Cutter.
Hmm. Okay, it seems like we should keep.
I agree.
Do you think we should bottom flood color?
I kind of want to bottom talent, but it's a little tricky.
I agree it's a little tricky.
One reason to bottom talent is that, yeah, I don't know. The classic the closed decklist L. In open decklist, we could like know for sure which one to bottom, I think.
Hmm.
Anyways, my inclination is to bottom talent, but
Okay. There are definitely awkwardnesses with casting the second talent into. Okay, well, let's discard flood color.
sure.
I agree.
Yeah.
Well, given that they're black-white, maybe flood color is important, actually.
Yeah, flood color might be nice against black-white, in which case discard town.
Yeah.
Because it's a long time before we cast town.
Yeah, certainly town is a better card in the matchup. However, losing our one flood color forever might be bad.
Yeah.
In this matchup. Do you think we should cast talent?
How do you feel about cast Bushwhack in case their hand is removal spell? It's like a little bit fake, but
it might be real. Okay. Do you think we should now discard flood color?
I think we should discard flood color.
Okay. Let's cast talent.
I agree. The next discard is song, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it could be stock up. We could discard stock up with the plan of like in a couple turns going song level, get back stock up.
Mm-hmm.
That one is interesting.
Okay.
Well, I would like to cast Vitality, I think.
I believe I agree. And then, if they don't Nightmare Us, we're probably in a good spot. If they do Nightmare Us, we might be in trouble.
I like that they chose not to Nightmare Us last turn, which I think implies that they couldn't Nightmare Us. Because like playing Zoraline instead of Nightmaring Us is like pretty bad, right?
Okay, I guess that's plausible. I see. Fair enough. Okay, I think. Okay, let's cast Song for. Do you want to analyze first? Okay, we definitely don't want to analyze first. Wait, do you want to attack first? Like, they're not going to trade, right?
I don't think they're going to trade. The trade is like pretty unhinged.
Yeah, let's attack.
Given that we're at 9.
Then let's Song for 3.
Yeah.
And then, do you want to analyze for a land or not really?
I think the question is basically which is better, taking a land off of this stock up or like taking an analyze off of like having this analyze be a land and like taking an analyze off this stock up. I think I think it's also possible that like we might want to take 2 spells and just not have a land because like we're hoping that like the lockdown just stays in play or something, and that we just have a billion mana. Certainly, I don't know if we're beating pickup lockdown.
I don't think they would have pickup, right? Like
they could have Kieran.
We have established that if they had a spell of Kieran's type, they would have probably cast that and then return.
It's not clear because given now that we know that they have lockdown, they may want to save it for this purpose.
Yeah,
like that's coherent. Fair. But like I don't think we want to play around that. Certainly.
Okay, let's take.
I like Torch to kill this Zoraline.
Okay. Do you think we should have Torch stock up?
How do you feel about Songcrafter being a 4 mana stock up that puts a 3/2 in play?
Okay, fair enough.
Notably, it does cost 4 mana, which, like, it is meaningful, but
Yeah.
do you think they have
They
nothing?
will pre-combat this in order to. Does that work? No. Never mind.
Okay, I believe we have died.
Have we died?
Uh, I guess not.
Okay. Let's discard
And
a card.
let's discard song. No, we want Songcrafter so we can flashback song eventually. Let's discard analyze.
Is there any way to like kill them?
I don't think they're getting rid of all of our reds.
Okay, fine. And then now we're discarding.
Oh, I guess we might need to discard song. Well, the problem is that we can't. The problem is we like died to this soul stone. A little.
Okay, let's keep the Songcrafter and flash it back.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Not a perfect plan.
I agree. This is very much not a perfect plan. We are dead to many things at this point.
I agree. Oh.
Oh, okay.
Alright, never mind. Okay, do you think we should like upkeep do this so that they can't like remove our vitality in response?
Is there a reason not to do this main phase? Oh, I guess it's like they might not attack. Okay, I think
we can do it in combat.
Well, I think we either do it main phase or in combat. I think.
Yeah. How and we could.
I think we want to try to like. I think we want to like try to like assume that they draw nothing for the rest of the game, so we should do it in combat for the highest upside.
Okay. How do you feel about the idea of choose town?
No, that's hinged.
Momentum breaker. Okay. Certainly we need to do something.
I agree.
What do you think we should do?
I think we need to bargain torch here.
Okay.
I don't think we can afford to town. I guess. So actually, if we, I guess we could like. We could also choose to like let our vitality go. So like sacrifice the vitality to this momentum breaker and then sack it again to the torch.
Oh.
I think that might be the
Well,
I think I like that best.
Okay. Well, I don't love that. Like we have no plan whatsoever if we bargain this vitality.
My plan is to draw like stock up questing druid stuff like that. I don't know, and they draw nothing.
Okay, fine.
And we have a scry, so we get the first draw at it. Classic Harmonize.
Okay, let's not keep that.
What if it's good?
Okay, it might be good.
Like, what if we keep it and, like, hold it in hand?
Okay, we can do that. I don't hate it.
Like, we need a plan, right? And this theoretically can, like, deal 14.
Yeah. Not the best plan.
I think it's our best. I think I agree it's not the best plan, but it might be our best plan.
Yeah.
I do like that most draws are lethal from our opponent.
Do you think they should have chosen not to attack? Because, okay, well, never mind.
Concede so they don't see Cutter.
Fair enough. Or maybe we should show them Cutter in order to get like a more accurate representation of how people will cyber against you or something.
I mean, also we might be cutting Cutters. Is my current post-board plan against this deck.
Interesting.
Not like all of them, but like some of them. Like I think versus this deck, like relying on Cutter is very mediocre.
Okay. Well, if you believe this, then surely it's okay. Does that mean that we should investigate this deck's splash exactly stock up?
I agree that the deck that we are facing is a deck that can beat up on Cutter and therefore is interesting. However, I think it loses a lot versus literally anything else. But yeah.
Like, couldn't like stock up Pixie like side into this deck, or couldn't this deck like side into stock up Pixie?
Quite possibly. But we should probably think of that after the sideboarding, maybe.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah, I think our plan in this matchup is to be like Flood Caller Song.
Interesting. Does that work against
Yes.
Hopeless Nightmare?
It works. Flood Caller is actively quite good against them.
Okay, what if they what if they just have a Nightmare draw?
Flood Caller is still quite good against them. Like, at some point they will cast a lockdown and have no pressure on board, and it won't kill the Flood Caller. For example. Right?
What am I missing?
You are missing, cutting,
pick your poison to come in. Okay,
yeah.
Fair enough.
Yeah. And I also put in a song for something, but I forget what.
Oh,
right. I'm overboarded right now because I added back the Bailoth.
Oh, I see. Okay, do you think we should choose to, given that this is our plan, do you think we should choose to draw?
I think no.
Okay. Okay, this seems good enough to keep.
Yep. I think we're playing,
how should we sequence?
I think Red Vista.
Okay. And then, what is our plan on turn 2?
We'll get there. Probably play Corey, is my plan on turn 2.
Okay, shouldn't we green Vista and then analyze talent on turn 2, and then have... Oh, it's a little awkward. Okay, I guess we can delay our Vitality until turn 4.
Yeah.
It's not a perfect plan against such cards as Hopeless Nightmare, but it'll be fine.
Oh, so the other thing about this, right? The real thing about this deck that is a big cost against playing Pixie is that you Splat. You can't like the cards. You forgot about the card Storm Chaser's talent and the card to tape.
Yeah, like I mean, like
Or maybe didn't forget, but like that is the cost here.
yeah. Okay, do you think we should like slam second cutter, or do you think we should not do that?
I think we should just play a Vitality.
Okay, I guess the deck is like pretty bad at doing Vitality. Fair enough.
Yeah, like I don't know, if I knew that they had like a bunch of anoints, like we could not play Vitality. G Diaro 9, I am fairly locked on Otters for Minneapolis. Something could happen, but I'm probably going to write an article tonight about Otters.
Okay. How do you feel about the claim that I want all my cutters because my plan against lockdown is to destroy it? And then if you destroy the lockdown, then cutter is still very good against them.
I could see that. I will not claim to like have like 100% like figured out this matchup,
Yeah. Okay. What do you think we should do?
So one thing that we can do is we can go analyze for a land, or Storm Chasers analyze for a land, get back a thing. Probably analyze.
Okay, that seems like the thing we should do. Do you think we should get island?
Yes.
And then, do you think we should attack instead of
mapping?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm still not sure this Vista is worth it, by the way.
I think it's worth it. Okay.
Okay, do you think that's an argument for mapping or not really?
I think that's an argument for mapping.
Okay, let's map like...
I don't know how much it matters.
I agree that I didn't know how to make a decision. I think it makes sense to map because they're pretty live to have lockdown, but it seems like they do not have lockdown.
Yeah, like the problem with this Pixie deck is that it like struggles sometimes, Yeah.
Like they don't even have like card selection.
Yeah.
Like the cards that they want to put in the deck is stock up, but
let's keep that and attack.
Yeah.
And I assume that we're not using maps for counters. We want them primarily for like draw.
Yeah. Okay. It seems like they have Kieran.
That seems.
Do you think we should kill this Kieran, or do you not care?
Maybe we kill it in response to the Pixie or something.
Oh, fair enough.
But like I default rather kill it next turn when we will like use the more prowess triggers in combat, and also like we get to like trigger our cutter. Do you think we're killing the Kieran with Pop Hatch formation also?
Okay, I guess that seems like the thing to do.
Like so some things we could do is I guess we should map first.
Okay, we could cycle this Pop Hatch.
Yeah.
Do you think that's better?
I think cycling the Pop Hatch might be better, yeah.
Okay, let's cycle the Pop Hatch. I like that it makes a food token, which is a better thing to sacrifice than a map token. Okay, nice. Let's...
How do you feel about kick that?
Yeah, let's kick that. Let's Vista, probably? Or, wait, is that wasting mana?
You must say so. Yeah. Kicking it requires Vista and tap Monk.
Yeah.
Like, kind of the thing about this Pixie deck is that the only good draws it ever has are Nightmare draws. Also, it's not clear to me that was better than Heritage Reclamation, I think, but...
Hmm. I mostly claim that it doesn't matter.
I agree.
Okay, let's attack with one thing. Well, yeah, let's attack with one thing.
I think I would have mapped and then attacked with one thing in that case, but yeah.
Oh, yeah, that was probably better. I assume we will be fine.
I agree.
Maybe should have attacked with no things because of lockdown, but once again,
I think that
assume
lockdown will be fine. For example, we are not that sad to like bounce our vitality or whatever.
Yeah.
Or like cast stock up. Archfiend of the Dross. Classic card, really. Do you think they're going to pick up their Archfiend? I assume they're dead.
I also assume this. Okay, what was this for?
Overboarded was what it was for.
Oh. I feel like I do not believe in this cutting card thing. But I also don't have a better suggestion. So, you know. Well, okay, I do have a better suggestion.
Do you realize that they cast no removal spells that game? Like, we have not actually ever seen them in this matchup right now. They cast Get Lost. We have the only removal spell we've seen them cast that could ever target a Flood Caller is Get Lost. They've cast Momentum Breaker.
Do they not play Nowhere to Run?
I think that they play more Momentum Breakers than Nowhere to Runs, actually. But quite possibly.
What I don't like about Flood Caller is that it's just naturally bad against Hopelessness.
Against what?
Hopelessness. Whereas Core Steel Cutter is naturally, it's complicated, but I think long term it will be good against Hopelessness, you know?
I think that the thing that actually matters is whether they're lockdown looping you, right? How do you feel about I would be fine cutting a land to bring in the third Cory on the draw or something. I don't know.
How do you feel about Pick Your Poison, given that they cast this card among other cards?
It's
not perfect.
I think I don't love it.
Okay. Do you just want to submit this? Do you think we have not learned anything?
I think submitting this is fine. Another card I've thought about in this matchup is Dissection Tools. It's a little sus, but
I mean, I could see it, but I agree it's a little sus. Well, let's try to find out more about this configuration before we do more things, I guess.
I don't know. I think there are ways that they could build their deck where I would see it in open deck list and say oh, okay, I'm not going to sign in my Flood Caller, but I think having access to the second Flood Caller is often important in various draws.
Okay, that's fair.
Analyze? Question mark.
Could be land, or it could be Vista. I guess it's probably worse. Okay, let's discard Analyze.
Yeah, casting an Analyze on turn 1 is not better than playing this Vista.
Yeah. Are we naming red?
I assume red.
Okay, let's name red. Okay. Okay, I guess they have Kieran. Okay.
Cutter?
Okay.
We could also try to get him, which is just passive pop hatch.
What if it's nice?
It might be nice.
Well, The problem is that it's not the right turn to cast this because next turn is awkward then. But
I think it might be.
I certainly believe it will work if we do this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Do you want to try it?
Well, let's try it. What do you think we'll do next turn?
I think that. So one thing we could do is just like analyze talent, obviously, or sorry, I think analyze Corey. It makes some amount of sense.
Okay.
Obviously, if we draw a land, things change a lot.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, unfortunate. Though maybe unfortunate is a generous description, given that we chose to spend a card to let them discard too. However, let's discard Flood Color.
It's that or song.
Yeah.
My inclination is song, because I think this song will not be that good without the flood color, kind of. And we can get back the song with talent.
Okay.
Okay, let's get Island play Cutter.
Okay. Seems like they will Kieran and kill us, mostly. Okay, well, we are not dead. What should we do? I guess cast a few spells?
Yeah, I like casting 2 spells.
Should we also cast? Can we also cast a third spell?
I guess that is something we can do. Yeah.
Do you think we should?
We can hold up the ability to cast the other spell, which I think is probably good.
Okay. Let's get a color. Probably green, I guess.
I agree, green. Is it actually good to hold up the ability to cast another spell? Yeah, I guess if they like.
It's complicated.
It's good against like if they somehow have a way to like double nightmare us or something.
Yeah, I don't think that will happen. No, I think it's good, right? Because then we can like.
Then we can get back song. Okay, yeah, sure, I like it.
Well.
This kind of feels like they're scrying. No? Okay, they're not.
I suspect their hand contains such cards as temporary lockdown.
That's also my suspicion. Do you want to float mana in response?
Oh. That would have been a wise thing to do. Sorry. That is kind of really bad, huh?
Yeah, I agree.
Okay,
well, let's
sorry.
play the Vista on blue and pass. Nice, we're gonna get to save a damage.
Okay,
nice.
That's good. Wait, do we not have red? Okay.
I assume I assume we're just like passing here. Like attack pass.
Okay. Do you not want to Do you not want to comment this talent? Oh, I guess they have.
I think no, because of possible like. Like for example, one thing they might want to do is attack with this. Like it means that they can't attack with this creature land, right?
Well, like they already can't, right?
Why not?
Because then we'll have another otter, and then we can quest.
Well, we've already okay.
Did you kill
It's
it?
too late already, I guess. But I guess that's true.
Oh,
I don't know.
the quest is too late already. I just like forget. Okay, well, let's we should like double block, right? I guess there's no reason to do that.
I think there's no reason.
Okay,
Yeah, they're not. I don't think they're gonna like. I don't know. Stab to save their thing. That's the best
they
reason.
have nowhere to run.
Well, if they had nowhere to run, double blocking doesn't help because they just kill this flood color in response.
Yeah. It could help if we hit another spell. Okay, I think we should cast this fatality.
Yes. And then we can even cast Heritage Reclamation off of our lands.
Is that good? Seems like it's not good.
I agree it's not good, but like we have the ability to.
Mm-hmm. Okay, do you think we should put this in play?
I think I just want to attack.
Interesting. Like, surely this forever mana is going to be worth more than 3 damage.
Okay, let's say they have. Okay, so the thing that we're afraid of right now is they have Kieran, right? If they go Kieran, bounce this lockdown, probably what we want to do is kill the Nightmare in response, right? Or does that work? No, it doesn't.
Well, doesn't it kind of work?
No, because they have 2 Kierans in play.
Oh. Okay, wouldn't we just lose to Kieran? Like,
I'm trying to think if there are ways to not lose to Kieran.
Well,
I guess there aren't really.
yeah. I had a custom.
Okay. There's a way to not lose to Kieran. I think. Maybe does draw a card and hit Baloth not lose to Kieran?
Oh yes, that is true. Oh, I guess we could have like tried to win. It's very unlikely, I guess.
I don't know if I like that, but
okay. Well, they had Kieran, so let's draw a card.
Wait. What happens if we wait? What happens if we kill? Oh, okay.
Oh.
What happens if we kill? I wanted to ask. Okay, we should just draw a card now. Yeah, definitely. Right.
Well, are we going to lose the opportunity to do anything? Well, yeah. Okay. It seems like we lost the opportunity to do anything.
Okay. Well, so specifically,
what do you want to do?
If you kill lockdown in response, does that do anything? No, it doesn't. Okay.
No. Okay.
There aren't that many drawable cards that don't lose to Kieran because we need to deal with both the fact that they're bouncing Nightmare to their hand and the fact that they're we're gonna go to 4 no matter what, right? And then they're gonna have 4 powers of Paw Patch formation does not lose in that if we draw Paw Patch because we can cycle it and gain 3.
Well, I don't like that we lost to White Black, famous deck that doesn't defeat any deck except Blue Red.
I would like to claim that we lost. I would like to claim that it would have been much nicer if our cutter was any other card. in that game.
Hmm. I would like to claim it would be much nicer if Flood Color was any other card in that game.
Well,
do you
I
think
would
we should
like.
use this first line?
Sorry, what?
Do you think we should use this first line?
I.
I guess it's not. We could draw.
I think so. I think we should. Okay, so my argument. Okay, here is my argument for why Cutter is bad in that matchup, right?
Mm-hmm.
Also, I think we maybe should cast that for one.
Okay. Well, it might be much better. Well, okay, I guess the deck literally contains Torch the Tower. Let's cast it.
Yeah. Yeah. So, okay, here's the thing. I believe that the only times you ever lose to that white-black deck is when you have games that look like that, where they nightmare you and then lockdown you and then like do that, right?
Yeah.
If you know you are in that game, would you like to cast a Cutter? I don't.
Well, Do you think we should use this card? I guess they don't have that many ways to discard a card in instant siege. Only like cycle, not go. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we can just pass.
Okay. Well, it seems like we should use our torch.
Well, we can wait until the triggers go on the stack.
Yeah. It's not clear we have been rewarded for using this on turn 2 yet, but certainly.
I think we have been. I don't want to be facing down a 4/4.
Okay, fair enough.
How do you feel about holding that one in hand? Because we have 3 mana. We like are kind of close to it.
Okay. Do you think we will make this trade? Do you have this card?
I don't like trading.
Okay.
I understand that they chose not to trade. Maybe they chose not to attack last time.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's sufficient for us to attack.
Yeah.
Do you wish to? I guess we're definitely not going to get Sculptures, so let's not act.
Yeah. Also, we discarded a Sculptures already.
Yeah.
Of note. Do you think they're going to attack this turn?
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, maybe they change their plan or something. Do you think that means they've drawn another helping hand or something?
How do you feel about just killing this with Annihilation?
We could. Using Annihilation is a little awkward because it's our best. The torch is hard to use, and then they have the card Oculus in their deck, but they could even put it in play now. Okay.
I assume they would not have made that attack if they were planning on putting an Oculus in play. Is basically my read. Also, Torch does work versus FOMO, so that was my reasoning for it's probably fine.
Should we use this torch at some point or not really?
I don't think we need to proactively use it that much.
There's another Explorer redeem, by the way. Oh, okay. Well, do you think we should use Torch to prevent them from having?
I think that's kind of fake.
Don't you think the card in their hand is another helping?
I think it's a little thick. For one
Or it could
thing,
be recommitment.
what if there are other cards in
Reenact.
hand is Torch?
Oh, okay, fair enough. Well, we have a town for that, right?
I understand, but like,
Okay, well, fair enough.
I think it makes much more sense to like Torch here, and then on their next play, town the Vitality and their thing, right? Like we want.
Oh, fair enough. I'm surprised they never four-starred Minotaur, but wow, it's one of the best cards in their deck.
Yeah.
That people only play one of for some reason.
Anyways. Boltface, thank you for redeeming Explore. On top of your deck, you find a drawing room.
What sort of things are in the drawing room?
Well, like maybe one of the rooms is unlocked, and one of the doors is unlocked, and like the other one is not.
Should we actually bounce this?
So so if we bounce this, we can go then like Vitality analyze, I guess.
Yeah. Like, my question is whether we should just target Vitality.
I assume it's maybe better to bounce it.
Yeah. Okay, fine.
Yeah, for those who don't know, that was in fact a Blueprints reference.
Okay, let's analyze first, I guess.
Yeah. I guess we've been punished because now we could have like analyzed anyways. I guess we can like keep the thing in our graveyard, the town in our graveyard now.
Yeah. Although it's not obvious the best thing, but okay, it probably is. Let's get trainer.
I like Trainer.
Yeah, I mean, like, what I don't like about Songcatcher Mage is that it, like, I understand that there's situations where you might get it, but like,
Well, okay. Consider that if we had ever cast a stock up this game, right now we would get a Songcrafter Mage, and that would, because that would like just flashback a stock up, right?
okay, is that like game winning better than getting a trainer? Because it's not just like better. Because it's not just like your tutor target is better for the situation. It has to like be better. It has to be better by enough that it wins games that you would otherwise lose.
Mm-hmm. I think the fact that like the other thing is like it is more flexible than Trainer because also sometimes you want it to like flashback like a torch or flashback a song. Like flashing back song is kind of really fucked up sometimes.
Hmm.
I assume we want talent.
That is also my assumption.
Why do you think they held up 2 mana?
Good question. Okay, do you want stock up or town? We have a town, but it costs 4 mana. Do you think the fact that they held up 2 mana is related to whether we should take town?
I don't know what holding up 2 mana means. I kind of want to take town.
I guess we have a trainer in play.
Maybe it
for
is.
this town.
I guess maybe it's stock up because we want to like try to kill them sooner.
Yeah, I feel like it's stock up. I feel like this.
Oh, do you think they're okay? I was gonna ask, do you think they're flipping up FOMO instead of playing FOMO for some reason? Okay, well that isn't not scary.
Okay. Do you think they had like? No, they didn't have sulfurs. Okay, I'm confused. Anyways, let's cast stock up.
Okay, so we do need to think about whether that's better than get back town bounce both Oculuses.
Oh.
Which takes. I think that's worse because because like it taps us out all but one, and then we probably die to the FOMO stuff.
Yeah. Well.
Notably, they can kill our last blocker.
Okay. Yeah. That just like face up dies. Okay.
Yeah. Well, not face up because technically they need a land or something like that. But
okay. Well, have we died?
have we? Like we can take
torch land, activate. Wait, do we need to take this land or not really?
We don't really need to take the land.
Okay. Wait, shouldn't we take bushwhack instead of torch?
Yeah.
Okay, so we should just take cell and then activate.
Yeah. Yeah, I like taking spell.
Okay. And then. Get town. And then. Wait, it seems like taking spell was worse. At least in the short term. Maybe it's better. Hard to say. No, this does die, right?
It dies to them having specifically an untapped land.
Yeah.
Or other way to kill vitality.
So, getting land would have prevented this, yeah?
Yes. Though it has other issues.
I agree it has other issues.
Wait. I forgot we hadn't analyzed in the graveyard. Maybe we shouldn't have taken stock up the previous turn because we could theoretically pay 4 mana to level up talent, get back analyze, and then analyze and then like town analyze. No, okay, that wasn't necessarily enough.
Yeah.
Do you think they're gonna kill us by flipping up?
Okay, so we could not have prevented this with land.
Yeah.
So fair enough.
But we could have prevented this with the like bounce 2 things line.
This is true. Okay. We're cutting all the cutters in this matchup?
I have no idea, but I mostly put things down. I assume that we want to focus on Song Flood Caller. Like, I very strongly assume that, right? I think.
I guess. Wait, what are you not bringing in? You're not bringing in Cricket Poison?
No, they have like a billion. They play like random 2/2 flyers, right?
like max like two. If they have Mako, then they have like Oh, yeah, 2-2 fight. Okay. Well,
They also have sirens.
often you wish to kill this.
I understand. I just think that you can't bring in everything. And I think pick your poison is like more awkward than the other things.
Okay. We can try this plan, but I don't believe in it.
You could also like play more cutter, fewer torch or something.
Yeah.
Or like fewer trainer. I don't know.
I'm not sure I believe in trainer as a magic card. I'm not sure. I kind of want
Would you like a disciplined 2-2 torch cutter split?
Well, I don't understand why cutter would be bad in the match. I guess. I guess you can argue you're not going to beat them with combat. Is that the argument?
That's kind of the argument. Another argument is like I would rather focus on the flood color song stuff and like something has to give, right?
I would say if this is a plan, I feel extremely far behind in the matchup.
Really?
Yeah.
I feel like okay. I mean,
I feel like you would never. It is basically the problem with this deck before was that like in many such matchups, you would never win without drawing Vitality. And then this is a plan of the type never winning without drawing Vitality.
I did not think that this matchup was that bad before. I don't
know. Do you think we should have mulligan this 6? I assume not, right?
I don't think so. I think I would put flood color to the bottom.
Okay.
Maybe.
Well, what do you think our win rate is with this hand?
I don't know.
My suspicion is under 30.
I haven't played very much with this matchup. I don't know. Like I understand that like there are some questions to be answered, but I don't know the answer, and maybe that's fine. You know.
No, this is not an attack on anything.
Yeah.
It is the evaluation of the situation.
Okay, well, I would like to play Vista on red.
Okay. Should we like quest?
I kind of want to talent.
Okay, let's talent.
Because I think our quest is a little awkward when we don't have access to green mana.
Oh, that's fair.
Like I think next turn, like Vista on green quest is like the line.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, maybe you're right. Like maybe this hand would look a lot better if like the flood color and song were cutters.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, let's play Vista on green and plan to quest.
Okay. We also like attack. I guess they might not like. It's kind of hard for them to.
I don't think they care enough. Like I think if we attack, they block.
Oh, I don't think they would. I feel like they wouldn't block. Or I guess they're. I guess they could like if they think about what's in our deck. It's not easy for the. Well, I guess you could have town. It's complicated. I've been trying to just find out find out what my opinion is of the one drops in the deck, in this Oculus deck, because what I can tell you is that they're extremely bad, except for the fact that having any body on turn one is pretty good for an aggro deck planning to cast Frost Eidetic Memory on turn two.
Mm-hmm. Do you think we should analyze for a forest and then cast a 3/2?
We should maybe do that.
This is one of the problems with Songcrafter, is that it's not that good off of questing Druid sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Do you think we should attack?
I don't think we're necessarily blocking. I guess we shouldn't play our thing first, but... Also, our opponent has put a Ghost Vacuum on top?
It appears so.
A little scary.
It seems like... Why didn't they cast this last turn? Were they scared of us having a counterspell?
Maybe.
The classic discard 2 cards, including a flyer.
Yeah, I mean, that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. I guess they're kind of punished for attacking.
Well, I would like to not block, I think.
Yeah.
We are probably dying.
I agree that we are probably dying.
But, like,
we can't,
helps.
kill them, right?
No. How much mana value is in our graveyard? Just one? Okay.
Okay, do you think we should, Druid, Talent, Pass?
That sounds like the case, yeah.
And then we can do this because our Vista will filter or something?
Yeah.
We're probably not allowed to attack?
Yeah.
Well... I don't really know what our plan is, but...
Our plan is to draw the card Enduring Vitality. Maybe.
It might not be good enough.
I guess I wish that we had kept the Flood Caller also. But, I don't know, hard to know.
Yeah.
Like, this is kind of what I mean of, like, I'm not convinced that a cutter draw would be good against this, you know?
Yeah, I'm also not convinced of this. Like, a big part of the reason this deck might be good is that, like, growing your creatures to very large sizes is good against cutter.
Mm-hmm.
What should we do?
Tap the 4/4 flyer?
Okay.
Presumably? Are we, like, double chumping?
We could try to trade.
I don't like trying to trade, but I don't know.
Like,
I guess the trade isn't that bad because they, like, most of their ways of, like, it's mostly like chumping. Oh yeah, maybe the trade is good because it's mostly like chumping if they have a removal, plus they spend a removal spell, right? If they're trying to block us out.
So is this the trade you would like to make?
Yeah.
And then, like, with an Otter or a Droner?
Drowner?
Okay.
How do you feel about the theory, like, our current goal is to, like, high noon? Interesting.
Yeah, I mean, that is definitely a card that will board in against you. Or many people will board in against you. It's not clear it will be good, but it will definitely appear.
Okay.
Um,
Do we need to, like, stock up for a way to kill this high noon? Like, what if we stock up and is it possible we can win if we find, like, flood caller way to kill the high noon? Yeah, okay. Yeah, I guess that's the best way of tapping. That's kind of a way to kill the high noon, and that's kind of a flood caller. It might even be, like, really nice. Like,
well, what you know is we can't cast it.
oh.
We also have no way to cast it. So, you know.
Well, wait. We could take questing druid analyze. Or
Oh, maybe it's, yeah.
so wait, is it just fine? Like, can maybe we can take town analyze and on their next turn go like town the high noon, analyze for flood caller, town the high noon, analyze for flood caller, play flood caller, draw land song. In which case, if we,
I assume we need to attack with one thing.
I agree, we need to
and
attack.
then hope they don't have removal spell, which I guess they have shown us they didn't.
I agree, we're dead to anything that draws cards. But like, I don't know.
Well, they don't have any land. They don't have land, so
Yeah, it's a little hard.
there are not a large number of cards they could have.
Do you think we could have won this game if our talent was a flood caller?
I feel like I'm doubtful. This matchup also seems quite bad.
I am not convinced that that's the case.
I'm trying to imagine what our plan is, and it doesn't seem very reliable.
I don't know. I feel like we do some stuff and it like works out.
It's very late. I didn't.
You've just been having so much fun playing Otters.
That's one way to describe it.
How do you feel about
what should we do with this fight?
I definitely want to tuck one town. I don't know if I want to tuck the other town or the floopy.
This is certainly not a synergy. Kind of.
Let's tuck the floopy.
Okay. Do you think we will cast this analyze or not really?
Not on turn one.
Okay. Okay, let's cast Cutter?
Yeah. My opinion is that this is a mirror and we might be ahead in the mirror. Who knows? With this draw. Who knows? Nice. Let's go Talent Torch.
Oh. Just not cast this analyze?
No. You just go Talent Torch, and the next turn you go Analyze Town.
Isn't it better to cast analyze and then town?
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, I guess it is better. Okay, you've sold me.
Let's analyze like this.
Yes, for a blue.
Yeah. Also, let's explore again.
Yes. Your exploration finds the Adventures in the Forgotten Realms planes that has like one of the planes that has flavor text. Wandering beneath the desert sands, you discovered an alien power pulsing with inconceivable energy. Would you put that plane in your hand?
Do you think we will bounce this?
I believe so.
Okay.
Oh, hey, look, it's flipping. Do you think we'll be punished for having cast Analyze?
Maybe. But it puts a whole new otter in play.
Yeah. What I like about our position right now is that we are dealing them a bunch of damage.
Yes.
Did you know that technically the way that
Wow.
Did you know that technically the way that Arena default stacks the triggers is suboptimal for Cutter? You want to grow the monk before you move the thing away.
Oh. That's nice.
As a fun fact.
Okay.
Okay, let's attack for 4.
I guess so. And then we'll wait for them to like manifold and then.
Well, I assume they're Nemesing.
Oh.
Oh, I guess not.
Well. Okay, I believe they have the card.
I agree that is the read. Clearly, you should wait for them to choose Double Strike or Trample. Do you think we should block this? No, we shouldn't block this Iron Claw, right? No. Okay, they're not attacking.
Interesting.
How do you feel about Get Back Town?
Should we make any attacks?
Like on the theory that them using Monstrous Rage is good for us?
Yeah. What if I want to play Cutter in attack? Is that bad?
I'm worried that's really bad.
Okay, what are they gonna do?
So if you play Cutter in attack, then we have a 3/2/2/2. So they have to block something, but they can like. If they go like block something with Manifold Mouse, Monstrous Rage, the Manifold Mouse go to 1. And then they have face up 8 damage if they like use their thing. I think getting the town is a lot safer.
Okay, and then no attack?
I kind of don't hate attacking, but
Okay, what attack would you like to make?
the 2 power ones.
Okay.
Like I think I'm
So
happy for them to use Monstrous Rage as like killed thing, you know?
I agree that is desirable. I'll also have 2 of them, which they could, but you know.
Yeah. Maybe it's possible the Cutter line is good because it like forces them more to do that in case they have like 2 of them.
I assume this is the best one?
Yeah. But like we don't necessarily die to Emberheart plus Rage, right? Yeah, we don't. Without something else.
Mm-hmm.
And what I like about this line is that it's like extremely hard for them to have lethal. Or sorry, to prevent lethal next turn.
Okay. So Monster's Rage is 8.
I believe that we should like roughly block with everything because they are super dead.
Okay, yeah, I guess that's true.
We should block with
Um,
another otter, even, maybe.
does it help against anything?
Uh,
Oh wait, they can't even cast 2 spells.
I agree.
Because
They could have like land burst lightning or something.
yeah,
I don't know.
yeah. Okay, so this would deal 7, so we would not die to burst lightning. I think this block is
But
fine,
we would
right?
die to land lightning strike, so we should block with 2.
Okay, fine.
I don't know. Like, how are they possibly going to survive this?
What if they cast 2 creatures?
Don't. Isn't it still lethal?
Okay, yeah, I guess so.
No. Okay, I mean, I guess maybe it doesn't matter, but you forgot to play the
Oh,
cutter first. It didn't matter. I think. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Wait, no, it doesn't.
wait. Much to consider. Much to consider. See, this is why we don't make our stream go this long, or something.
Okay, let's attack with the 4-power one, and that's it.
Hmm. 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 I'm glad to make our chat feel better or something.
That kills us.
That's it?
Doesn't it? We have to.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
No, it kills us.
yeah. Yeah. Much to consider. Well, you don't want both pirates. Interesting. I feel like I would like both pirate lessons.
Yeah, this is to be clear. When I said mice, like, it's a vibes thing. Like depends on their build.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like there are many different kinds of.
Yeah. Should fire? Oh, is fire annihilation in preparation for cutter? I guess they could have cutter.
Well, okay. So mostly I was not bringing in fire annihilation. I was bringing out fire annihilation because I didn't want to bring in pyroclasm. The second pyroclasm, right? Like I think fire annihilation is better than any of the songs, flood caller, or second trainer.
Interesting.
And like if you like the second pyroclasm, then yeah, you cut the annihilation or something.
Do you think Bailoff is good? I might think Bailoff is good.
Interesting. Maybe. Might be better than trainer.
It's complicated.
Yeah. And
it's kind of like the second goal.
I specifically keep Songcrafter Mage in this matchup because I think like a 3/2 body is just like good here.
Mm-hmm. How do you feel about this hand?
I think if one of the talons was like more like a talent, maybe I'd be more interested.
Mhm. Okay, how about this hand?
I think it's better than a 5,
Okay,
but it's not obvious. But yeah, and put back Forest, play Tarnation Vista on one, maybe.
on green.
Yeah. You could also declare that maybe the Tarnation Vista won't matter, and it's better to like cast Analyze on turn 1, but I'm not sure.
Hmm.
Okay, would you
Okay, do
like
you think
to?
we should cast?
I think so.
It's a little concerning, given that that hand doesn't do anything.
Well, we can always bounce it, assuming they don't
Well,
kill it.
I'm worried they will kill it.
I think we should still cast it.
Okay.
I think it's better than passing, and I don't I don't want a quest. I think after drawing Vitality.
Hmm.
Also, this is nice if we draw like some specific stuff. Okay, well, let's Vitality
Oh.
Analyze. And probably get blue
Um.
so that we can like Songcraft or Town or something.
What if I think it's more relevant? Okay, fine.
Like blue is literally the highest density of pips in our hand.
I agree.
Well,
Whoa. Okay, do you think they misclicked? I feel like they must have misclicked. Is what's going on there?
yeah, maybe they're just that aggressive, but I struggle to believe that that is like actually good for them to do.
Yeah.
Do you want to torch this Swift Spear right now?
I want to do that. Yeah. Do you want to like
Are we tagging for 5 or
bounce?
4? Oh. How do you feel about attack for 5, bounce the 2 things?
Okay, we should do that on their turn, or do you want to do it on our turn?
I don't know. Well, they did.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
definitely
it feels
complicated.
like they don't have a removal spell, right? Because
Yeah, I guess so.
I'm not sure about that, but
Yeah.
let's do it. I think I would rather do it on their turn.
Okay.
'Cause I feel like they want to act.
Yeah. Huh.
Okay, well, let's bounce the things. Nice.
Okay. Let's fight and then find something.
Yeah. What would you say we are finding?
Um. Good question.
Do you think it's a second quest?
Okay. Um. Oh, this makes a song cut.
It'll be fine. It could be
What if
big.
it hit Baylock?
That's really funny. I think with the
I think it's
Songcrafter
bad.
Mage in hand, it's better to take either. Like, I would rather take Floopy than Baloth, is how I'd put it. Like, I think Floopy could be reasonable.
I would
Because,
like
like,
to. Wow. I guess we don't have a trainer in our deck. Um. I would like to take Quest and Druid.
okay, sure. And then we're taking a damage to play this Questing Druid.
Yeah.
And I assume if they attack with Nemesis, we don't block.
Oh.
I guess if they like tap out for Nemesis attack with it, we can like. Oh no, we can't really quest and block.
Okay, I think I like not blocking.
Like we do literally have cards like dissection tools in our deck. There's a reason not to.
Well, I assume that we kill the question group and not. Oh, maybe not. I don't know.
Depends on their hand.
Okay, let's not block, I guess. It's not easy for them to. Well.
Okay.
Okay, well let's cast themselves.
Yeah. Do you think we should cast the 3/2 now?
We should maybe cast the 3/2 now.
I like that it like pressures them more.
Should we just not cast this Analyze?
Well,
because it takes the damage.
Well, you should not cast Analyze because Arena is bugged.
Oh. Wait, is that?
It doesn't let you cast the Analyze. You can try.
Incredible. Okay. I wasn't aware this was the extent of the bug.
Yeah.
Okay, let's attack them.
Yeah. I think if we could cast Analyze, I might like tap Vitality to cast Analyze, but we can't. Because of Arena. I like that spell kills them. Or sorry, non-green spell kills them.
Wow, a green spell.
Should have been more specific.
Do we need to pass the turn?
I'm very sure we should cast this Vitality, but yeah, I think we should cast Vitality and pass the turn.
I don't like that we die to any spell.
Well, there's a bunch of spells we don't die to. Like those spells.
Okay. Fair enough.
Vex. That kills them. Because we.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Kills them with lethal damage on the stack.
The weird part about my hatred to Spellcrafter Mage is that, like, certainly, like, it's a very, very powerful magic card. So, I like putting it in my deck. However, I feel like whenever I've drawn it, it looks really bad.
To be clear, this is right now. I believe we are underboarded for this matchup. Is my belief.
Okay, that is fair. But
like,
is it really better than Trainer?
I think it is better than Trainer because, like, I think that it might be worse than Trainer with the Arena bug. Is how I'd put it. But I'm not sure.
I'm worried it's worse than Trainer straight up.
Okay, we can swap them. We can swap them. Like,
no, I want to find out more about it.
Okay, great, sure. Like, to be clear, my claim is not that I like this and Prowess are the two matchups where I don't like this Songcrafter Mage card, right? Like,
okay, that's fair.
And like, I think every other matchup, like, it is quite good to have a copy of. Like, I think that like. Another thing is, like, there's a certain, like, amount of, like, budget. We should put this on red, right? The Vistan one?
Oh, are you planning to play the Vistan one?
I guess. So, the thing is, like, this Corey Seal gets worse if we burst on one.
I agree.
But it's a little, I guess it's a little spooky.
Okay. Does this actually tell us anything about their land situation or not really? It
I think it
prevents them
means
from like double.
I think it means they have a lot of creatures in hand, maybe.
Okay, do you want to like use it or not?
I kind of want to play Vista. I don't know.
Okay, let's put this.
This might be wrong.
I certainly am not without concerns.
Part of it is like I would rather if they have a bunch of creatures in hand, I would rather kill like something like an Emberheart.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now
Do you
I
think
think
you should
that they
use
have
both?
no mountains in hand.
I agree. Given this, do you think we should take some more damage to play a cutter?
I was thinking of playing Druid because I can't kill it.
Okay, I'm kind of down. Well,
That's definitely better than playing Cutter, right?
okay, I guess I'm worried that a hand is of the shape that we will need to seek this. However,
yeah, but like immediately next turn it's a 3/3, and it looks like they're not lining up to kill this.
yeah.
Right? Like if they had played like some other set of lands, like maybe I would have second thoughts. But like it seems like this will be quite nice here, right?
Yeah, perhaps. Okay. Are we attacking with a 2/2 or not really?
I think we're just blocking when we have stock up in hand. Also,
Mm-hmm.
wow, we have 4 mana next turn,
Oh, that is nice.
assuming none of our stuff dies. Okay, I think we are trading.
Hmm. Does costing us some mana is a kind of problematic.
Are we going to bounce it next turn?
Well, we might stock up into 1 mana spell.
That
But
seems.
I guess it might be.
If we do that, I would like to trade and then kill the Manifold Mouse. I don't know.
Well, but we can't kill the Manifold Mouse if we trade.
Why not? Oh, I see.
We don't have 4 mana.
Okay, we could take it.
Well, I'm not sure it's right.
Well, okay, I like that one thing about if we take it, we can theoretically just hold up like town quests, theoretically.
Wow, a 1 mana
Yes.
spell. Okay, which one do you think we should kill?
You should not tap the blue source, by the way, right?
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait. Oh.
Because we're getting blue from the
Oh,
town.
I see. Okay, well, okay, surely Arena will be smart. Thank you.
Yeah. I think we should kill Manifold Mouse and then not be too proud to chump this Heartfire hero if it comes down to it. Because like bouncing Heartfire is also better than the other way.
Yeah. Okay. What are we choosing?
Surely it's like I kind of want like Vitality Talent.
Okay. Sure.
And declare that we will have infinite mana this game. And then I think I want no attacks because we have infinite mana this game.
Okay.
And put this Vista on blue.
Mm-hmm.
Like probably we won't be able to use both Vistas next turn, but it's not 100%. Oh, I guess we just can use both Vistas next turn. We go talent first.
Okay. Okay.
Do you enjoy having 8 mana off of 4 lands?
Right.
You might need to hold full control for this one. No, okay, Arena smart.
Nice.
You might need to hold full control on that one.
Okay. Now can
Oh no! Bounce the Heartfire replay talent.
wait. We should like. How about buyback torch? Torch.
How do you?
Hold up.
Okay, I would like to bounce and replay talent because it generates more triggers and we'd like just attack.
Oh. Okay, fine.
I would not say I would say that due to their current state of mana, I am not particularly worried.
Okay. Fair enough.
Notably, we had lethal on board, so they had to chop. Also.
Mhm.
Okay, what have we learned?
What have we learned?
What have you learned is the most important part of this, maybe.
I don't like that this deck was pitched to me as it's good against other decks. It's like worse in the blue-red pseudo-mirror and then good against other decks, but it didn't feel that good against other decks.
What kind
Such
of other
as
decks?
Such as we lost the white-black, and then the Jeskai met.
Wait, okay. To be clear, white black is very good against prowess, right? Like that's the point of.
I'm not sure I believe this. Certainly, many people are saying this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm worried that I would rather be playing blue-red than blue-red prowess than this deck because I kind of believe in the prowess side against white-black.
Mm-hmm.
I also feel like the Jeskai matchup seems a little bad.
Okay, I would like to point out that the two matchups that you just said were matchups that are theoretically people believe that those two decks are good against prowess, right?
Okay, that is a fair argument.
I would also like to claim that we won our match against prowess 2-0. Oh, sorry, we lost our match against prowess 2-0. So clearly, we win the head-to-head, right?
I don't know. I feel like... well, okay. I would like to find a better plan for this Jeskai matchup. Which might involve, like... If I believe in Otters in all matchups, and... Which I'm not sure I believe in all other matchups. I would certainly, like, want to get in the lab for that matchup. Because there's certainly like things you can do, different plans you can try than the plan we enacted, but it's complicated. However,
I would also like to note that in that matchup in game 2, we like mulled to 5, right? Or was it to 6? It was either a sketchy 6 or a mull to 5.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Like my impression has been that the Jeskai matchup just like isn't bad.
Mm-hmm.
And like we have a sample size 1 against that right now on stream,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't remember what my sample size against it is. I certainly haven't played against it that much, but like, my feeling in theory is that it's not that bad.
So like, I would say that the deck is set up to like be naturally good against the cutter plan, which I understand that like which is why your plan involves like not having the cutters. However, like I kind of just don't believe in the deck in general if you don't have cutter in like many in like fast matchups at least, because I don't think this deck has a coherent plan against fast decks without involving the cards Enduring Vitality or Cutter. And then if Cutter doesn't work, you're basically like on the plan, draw Enduring Vitality to play the game. But you're not even like guaranteed to win. You're like maybe win if you have a Vitality draw, but you're not like you're like at best like 65 or something.
Okay, have you considered that like the fast matchups that are good against Cutter are like, or the fast matchups that can like line up well versus Cutter are like what, theoretically Omni and Oculus?
I'm specifically talking about Oculus when I was saying this.
Yeah, right. And like I would argue that what you do is you replace your Cutters with like Ghost Vacuums and like other hate pieces post board. Like Ghost Vacuum works less well against Oculus, but like you also get like pop patches versus Oculus to like kill their profts.
Mm. Yeah.
Like, also, it's not just like a binary, like, does this plan work or not, right?
Yeah.
Against a certain deck, right? Like, if you're like when you're pre-board and you like have the cutters in, right? Like sometimes you'll just randomly have good cutter draws, and like that like the decks will be like good against that, but like that cutter's still a powerful card, right? So like pre-board is fine, and like post-board, yeah, maybe sometimes you're transformationally sideboarding out of cutter, but then like I don't know that like presumably you're doing that to bring in other powerful cards, right? Like
well, like it's just like. Maybe I would say that their deck is structurally good against decks using the color red.
Have you considered that we also have the color blue for town?
That is true, but you don't have the color black.
You're not wrong. Yeah, I don't know. I think overall it's like still my pitch on this deck is that this is a cutter deck that I think as is very fitting of me, I have made a cutter deck that is like that plays more different flexible plans than like the default cutter deck, right? Yeah. And like obviously flexibility can come with some drawbacks, like you might be worse in like the head to head, but like you like theoretically I'm trying to like get equity against the rest of the field, and also I think like I think this is like having this flexible plan lets me like is something that I can much better leverage personally, especially in an open deckless tournament. Like I don't know, I think that like this deck has it has a bunch of like better intangibles than the prowess deck, but the prowess deck has some good intangibles, like killing your opponent quickly is a good intangible, but like this deck has some of that and also has like unknown deck equity, also has like multiple different plans that are like hard to sideboard against, things like that, and I'm not saying, like, to be clear, right now my like ranking of decks is like decks that I'd be willing to play are Otters, and like I think it's like only like it is like the distance between Otters and like prowess is probably closer than I've been making it seem in my estimation of like how willing I would be to play them. But like basically I'm like fairly confident that I would rather play Otters by a small amount than prowess, so I am going to play Otters,
Mm-hmm.
But like the effect size is small, and then like I'm not interested in anything else other than theoretical control build that I don't think I'm going to work on.
I would say like I would not say like I love prowess so much that like I'm locking in prowess, but I would not say I'd rather register. I feel like I would not say I'd rather register otters over prowess, and so I don't know what I want to register. Is my conclusion.
I assume also you're like currently a little more open to other things that don't involve the card Corey Steel Cutter than I am.
I agree. So one could argue that this is that isn't a mistake. You know,
Mm.
in the sense that like you should try to play with the best cards in standard.
Well, I was more getting at you're generally, like as a rule, you are much less locked on things than well, not only me but anyone else I know. You know. But yeah.
Much to consider.
Yeah. Do you at least think it's close? Like, did your estimation of otters improve today? Would you say?
Maybe. Unsure.
Does that mean it's unlikely to find a meta-breaking build in the Minneapolis tourney? Are you sure Otters isn't a meta-breaking build? Hello?
I'm worried it is. I certainly do not feel like it is a meta-breaking build.
Mm-hmm.
Like even if I were to decide it's a good choice, I would not say it's a meta-breaking build.
Yeah. I'm not necessarily saying that now.
Mm-hmm. Well, like I certainly hope that there might be some kind of meta-breaking build, but it is certainly not an easy task or anything. Anyhow.
Yeah. Do you think we're going to be playing Prowess or Otters or something else tomorrow?
I hope it's something else.
Do you think it will be something else?
We'll see.
Anyways, thank you all for watching. If you want to see more of our content, I upload all of our things to YouTube eventually. You can find it there. It's stuff there. Jam Oculus into Otters tomorrow, please. We could also jam Oculus into the ladder tomorrow if you ever figure out how to fix Oculus. CFT. Mm-hmm. I know you had some thoughts on that. Silly. But yeah, for now we should probably raid someone. Ooh, do you wanna raid some people who are playing the worst cutter deck? You might think it's the better cutter deck. Anyways, let's raid System Magic.
Sure.
They're playing Blue Red Pass. Go tell them that they should add a color to their deck.
Much to consider.
Anyways, thank you all for watching. Bye.